Hi, and welcome to another episode from Education Cloud Podcast. In this episode, using the code DMBlogging on app.dmsuperstars.com, you'll get access to the material ideas for continuous blogging that will teach you how to continuously generate ideas in order to get new articles on your blog. Florin, why is it important to have new articles on my blog?
Thank you so much for asking me this. So,
I hope I will get paid a little bit for this question,
yeah,
even if it's a free podcast.
I hope all of us will. Somebody please. Especially
Sorry.
because we give all of these codes and access codes for free at the beginning of each episode. I don't know, but we'll see.
Okay, so why should I have fresh content?
Right, so this was even before a Google update that's happened recently, which actually makes you lose positions on the Google search engine because you are no longer posting fresh content on your site. So you're no longer creating new products in the e-commerce store, you're not creating new blog articles for your blog, and you're not creating new pages inside of the website. And because you're not doing that, Google starts ranking you lower and lower until you reach maybe you're on the first page of Google, and then you're gonna end up on the fifth page of Google search because you haven't updated the site with new content. And even before this update, I've heard people like Yaro Starak, who is probably one of the best people in the world to talk about blogging, and Noah Kagan from Sumo and the Sumo Group and everything. Most of you probably know Noah already. And they've talked about on one of their podcasts about the fact that Yaro didn't blog for a couple of months and his traffic tanked. And I was like, that's weird because he's an authority. Everybody knows about him. I mean, people should know about him, and lots of people do know about him. He was one of the first people in the world to sell online trainings and to create platforms like Education Cloud. And basically, he was talking about the fact that since he didn't have time to blog anymore, his traffic went down because people, they didn't really see new ideas from him. They didn't see him in their social media feeds. They didn't see new content delivered to their email inboxes. They couldn't find new stuff that Yaro posted, and his traffic tanked.
Oh, by the way, Florin mentioned about social media, so if you didn't listen our episode about social media, go listen it because there you have also a code that teach you how to post on social media. But Florin, speaking about this, in our case it's very easy because in each episode we promote a material from Education Cloud. But usually I heard a lot of people that I don't have any other ideas to write about. How should they get fresh ideas?
They need to become more disciplined when it comes to coming up with new ideas. Nobody's gonna come up with new ideas because they're gonna come up with new ideas. Like, we even have a course.
So they're not popping up like fireworks?
No, they're not. So we even have a course on Education Cloud that teaches you how to come up with, just like with ideas. But of course, we also have this continuous blogging course, which will teach you, even if you don't want to take the other course, you can just take this one course right here, and you're gonna find out that the first step is to become disciplined and to train your mind to come up with new ideas. And in order to do that, you need to start creating an infrastructure so that you can easily organize everything. If you just go and post blogs starting today, you will most probably not get it right because you're gonna get lost in the vast ocean that is ideas for blog posts. Like, you can do keyword researches using Squirrely SEO or another tool. You can search on Quora for stuff that people want answered. Yeah, you wanted to ask a question?
Yeah, because you mentioned keyword research. That usually people don't do it because it takes a shit lot of time.
Yeah, it doesn't really take a lot of time if you do it using the right tools, which means Squirrely SEO. Because in Squirrely SEO, it actually checks. So every time you start a new keyword research in the fourth step inside the tool, it actually checks 20 different keyword ideas, and then it starts checking 10 pages for each of those 20 ideas. So a lot of pages it checks for you, and it tries to find out which are the best keywords and topics used in the pages that are well ranked inside the Google search engine. So basically, by the end of the process, you will get a huge list with a lot of topics that you could be blogging about.
And from what I know, you're doing all this inside my WordPress, right? Without going out of the WordPress.
Exactly. Anything else to get access to this. This comes directly from our cloud services to your WordPress site.
And for example, if when I'm doing my keyword research, let's say, I don't know, like the keyword that I want to do, so let's say I have an idea to write an article about that, I see that it's very hard to rank for it.
Yeah.
Does Quality SEO help me with this?
Yeah, because it finds other alternatives that are much easier to rank for. And if you use the information that we have in the SEO kit, if you're gonna use Corley SEO, you will find. I promise you will find the SEO kit. And from the SEO kit, you have a lot of formulas that you can apply to each topic, so that you will find exactly what other people are searching for related to the topic that you're blogging about, and keywords that are really easy to rank for.
Interesting. So you mentioned that you need to be disciplined to have like an infrastructure. So is there like a recipe that I can follow?
Yeah.
Is the course teaching me this?
Yeah, exactly. In the first few lessons, in the first 3 lessons, you will learn about creating this infrastructure so that you're gonna work in a very organized way. And once you start doing this, you will see that it no longer takes you 10 hours or 20 hours to come up with a new blog post and start creating the blog post up until the time where you publish the article, the blog post, because you will be much more disciplined. You will have this infrastructure, and once you start working on this more and more, you will actually develop a muscle for this as well. I've talked about muscles for social media. I'm talking about muscles for blogging. Next thing, we're gonna build a muscle car for blogging. Anyway, so not to get off topic here, but once you start doing this and exercising your brain.
Sorry me for interrupting you. Actually, you ran out of ideas, and that's why you brought the muscle car in.
No, I had an infrastructure before I came to this podcast today, and I knew what to do next. And you saw that I came up with the new idea very fast. All right, so not to digress.
Discipline.
Yeah. So you're gonna have that, and you'll see that once you start posting, it will take you about 3 hours to finish an entire blog post. And that's how awesome you can become at writing blog posts. Now, of course, if you're gonna write 2,000 words blog post, it's gonna take you a little bit more time. But for the usual blog posts that are like 600 words, 700 words, you're gonna start writing them in 3 to 4 hours, even if you are not a gifted writer.
Yeah, actually, what Florin is not mentioning here is that the writers that he mentioned cheats a little bit because they use the Squirrely SEO for helps, because I know it
That's
gives
true.
you some hints when you write an article
That's true.
with what you should follow. So yeah.
But you're gonna probably use it anyway because you're listening to this podcast and you have free access to it, and it would be a shame not to use it. Right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
also, there are like a lot of different other hints inside of the course that you're gonna get. Especially, we have like a bunch of tips for improving productivity, and then my favorite thing in the entire course is that you're gonna learn workflows. And once you learn these workflows, you will become super fast and know exactly how to write your blog post so that it doesn't eat up a whole lot of your time.
I wanted to say thanks for all these insights, and I think I speak in the name of our audience.
It's really my pleasure.
I actually learned a lot of marketing and social media from the episodes that I discussed with you, and I'm looking forward to the next episodes to learn more about SEO and everything which is related to marketing. So thanks for this.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Talk to you in the next episode. See ya.